Everyone, welcome back to a new post today. And so today is May 21st, a very apt day for you to start your preparation for the prelims for the UPSC Civil Services Examination of 2025. So just few more days left for the UPSC examination, Civil Services Preliminary Examination of 2024, and then we have the mains examination in September. So there's a gap of only 3 months, and this 3 months should be a revision time. As the days pass by, and once the mains examinations are over, everybody will be in a rush to prepare for the prelims. But let me tell you that that is not the correct time for you to start your preliminary preparation. The best time for you to start your preliminary preparation is now, from the month of May. If you are not confident, or even if you feel you are not well prepared with your mains syllabus point of view as well. So from today, let's look at the preliminary questions for this whole up to your next preliminary examination of 2025. So every day we will discuss about 10 most important topics of the day from the preliminary point of view, which will help you to get your hands on the most important issues that happened, especially with regard to your current. It's not totally based current, but definitely it will be a part of your subject as well, because we will be touching on the basics of that. And apart from that, let me tell you that as UPSC is very good in giving you surprises, and also it's an elimination examination, so it's better that you start early and you can have a very long time for your preparation, and you are confident before the prelims, as well as you have sufficient time now even to get your hands on the UPSC main syllabus also, along with your optional. So almost 1 year you can easily have a first reading, second reading, and also revision, and you can also practice your mains questions as well. So without wasting much time, let's get started. So the fifth phase of Lok Sabha elections were done yesterday. And on this point, I wanted to give you some brief unique features of this election, which is going to the election for the 18th Lok Sabha. So the last was 17th, and now we are going to have the new Lok Sabha, which is going to be the 18th Lok Sabha. The elections, now this elections even seen simultaneous elections for legislative bodies of Andhra Pradesh, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh and Odisha. So 543 members will be elected in 7 phases, and this is the longest so far. This is the second longest election so far, the first being the first general election, which took a 5-month period of time between September 1951 to February 1952, and this is for the very first time that the general election has given an opportunity for the people above age 85 years and above, and also for those with 40% disability to vote from home. So there are almost 85 lakh registered voters who are aged about 85 years and above, while the number of voters with disabilities is about 88.4 lakh, and the electoral rolls contain about 21.18 lakh centenarians. So this is what the Election Commission of India says. The next one is about the lion-tailed macaque. Now it is an indigenous species found only in India, and that too only in the Western Ghats. It is classified as endangered under the IUCN, and because of habitat loss, now these lion-tailed macaques are coming out onto the streets and also the urban areas of Tamil Nadu. So recently Tamil Nadu has set up a endangered species fund, conservation fund, and this species is being protected under that fund. So it is classified as endangered under the IUCN, red list of 2020. We have a population about 2025, mostly distributed in the Western Ghats hill ranges of Kerala, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. And the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972 gives the lion-tailed macaque as a highest conservation priority under the Schedule 1. It is also found in huge numbers in the Valparai Plateau, which is a part of Tamil Nadu. Now it is the Tamil Nadu state budget created the Tamil Nadu Endangered Species Fund with a corpus of 50 crore, which will protect the species. Now the lion-tailed macaque is an old world monkey, and it is also known as a wanderoo and can be found only in the Western Ghats of India. So the lion-tailed macaque is also known as wanderoo, and it's found only in the Western Ghats in South India. Another important issue with regard to wildlife is a 3-day elephant census that's going to be taken place in AP, Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, except for Telangana, and it will be taken up in a synchronized manner to estimate the wildlife population of elephants in and around these states of South India. This is because of the increase in the animal and the human conflict, and this is the second survey of the elephants in the country. The first one was held in April 2023, and the number of elephants in Tamil Nadu were placed at 2,961. Now we have a project, elephant specific project conservation, which is called as Project Elephant, which was started in 1992. We have 33 official elephant reserves in India in 18 states, and they are 138 elephant corridors. The next most important issue is WHO has now come up after a 7-year gap with something called as the bacteria pathogen priority list. This is very, very important, especially from the point of view of antibiotic resistance. Now, critically priority pathogens present a major global threat, and we have been warned many a times about antimicrobial resistance from the WHO. With this regard, it has published the latest bacterial pathogen priority list updated by the WHO, and it includes gram-negative bacteria resistant to the last resort of antibiotics, and also Mycobacterium tuberculosis resistant to the antibiotic rifampicin. And the list of features include 15 families of antibiotic resistant bacteria grouped into critical, high and medium categories of prioritization. 7 years since it last published. Now the WHO has stated that high priority pathogens including Salmonella and Shigella are particularly of high burden, especially in the low and the middle income countries, along with Pseudomonas aeruginosa and also Staphylococcus. So this is aureus, which pose significant challenges in the healthcare setting. So antimicrobial resistance occurs when the bacteria, virus, fungi, parasites no longer respond to medicines, making people more sicker, and also no resort to medicines because they have become immune to the medicines that have been taken. So this leads to disease spread and also illness and also death. And antimicrobial resistance is driven largely by the misuse of antimicrobials and overuse of them, as well as irresponsible over-the-counter of sale. And the 33rd Commission on Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice was held in Vienna. So the Commission on Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice was established by the Economic and Social Council Resolution of 1992 upon the request of the General Assembly, Resolution of 46 and 152 as one of its functional commissions. Now this commission actively contributes to the implementation of the 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda. Apart from that, it has 40 member states that are elected by the Economic and Social Council and is chaired by a bureau. Now the commission guides the UN in the field of crime prevention and criminal justice, and also it is a preparatory body to the United Nations Crime Congress. Apart from that, the declarations adopted by this commission and Congress are transmitted through the General Assembly for endorsement. So this is about the Commission on Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice 33rd meeting, which was held in Vienna. And the next one is about General System of Preferences. So GSP is the largest and the oldest US trade preference program. It is recognized under the World Trade Organization and designed to promote economic development by allowing duty-free entry of thousands of products from designated beneficiary countries. This system of preferences is given by the developed countries to the poor or the developing countries. It is an umbrella that comprises bulk of preference scheme granted by the industrialized nations to this developing countries, and it involves reduced most favored nation tariffs or duty-free entry of eligible products exported by the beneficiary countries to the market of the donor countries, and established by the Trade Act of 1974, the General System of Preference economic development by eliminating duties on thousands of products when imported from one of the 119 designated beneficiary countries and territories. So this is about the General System of Preferences of USA, and it is recognized under WTO. Now, recently, Supreme Court had scrapped the arrest of the NewsClick founder Prabir, and he said that the Supreme Court gave a very important verdict, and it also highlighted the importance of Article 22 of the Constitution. Let's look at this. Insulating accused persons against arbitrary police action. The Supreme Court said that intimation of the written grounds of arrest is sacrosanct and applicable to all the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act cases. Now, a bench of Gawai and Sandeep Mehta pointed out that neither the founder of NewsClick Prabir nor his designated counsel were provided the grounds for his arrest, and therefore they ordered the release of Prabir, who was arrested under Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. The court said that the grounds of his arrest were not given, which is sacrosanct and cannot be breached under any situation. That is, the accused has to be informed of the grounds of the arrest. The ruling emphasized that the need for law enforcement agencies to adhere to proper procedure and also to due process, especially in stringent cases of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act and also the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, where there is a reverse burden of proof on the accused, and this makes obtaining bail extremely difficult in such cases. Prabir's case is based on constitutional safeguard that the Supreme Court said under Article 22 of the Constitution, which says that no person who is arrested or detained in custody without being promptly informed of the grounds of the arrest. It further stipulates that an arrested person cannot be denied the right to consult and also be defended by a legal practitioner of his choice. Notably, both the Prevention of Money Laundering Act and also the UAPA contain provisions which mandate the intimation of the grounds of arrest to the accused. Under Section 19 of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, enforcement directed officers should not only have material with them giving the reasons to believe that the person is guilty of his offence under the law, but such reason should also be recorded in writing before effecting the arrest of any person. So, under Article 822, which deals with preventive detention, the NewsClick founder Prabir was released and was ordered to be released by the Supreme Court. Japan International Cooperation Agency is a very important government agency of Japan and has been contributing to the official development assistance of India. So, it is partnering Government of India on various poverty alleviation programs and also infrastructure development programs like the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor and other initiatives of development like the Northeastern region, strengthening economic industrial networks and also Japan-India collaborative projects in Africa along with the free and open Indo-Pacific. Now, Japan International Cooperation Agency or JICA is a government agency of the country of Japan and it assists India in many infrastructure projects. So, the another most important second last one is a scheme to promote manufacturing of electric passenger vehicles in India. So, Tesla's entry is expected now once the window for the scheme of promoting the manufacturing of electric passenger vehicles in India opens in August this year. The centre approved this scheme in March 15 and the window for application is open for 120 days. Now, the companies have to commit minimum of $500 million investment to set up a new plant in India, and they can start manufacturing in the next 3 years with a minimum domestic value of 25% by third year and 50%, that is boost to the local industry. So, under the policy, the companies can also import completely built units of electric cars at the cost of insurance and freight value of $35,000 or above, eligible for reduced custom duty of 15% from 100% for a period of 5 years. Now, a company can import maximum of 8,000 electric vehicles a year for a period of 5 years, subject to the amount of duty foregone or investment made. This was said by the Government of India official. And the last one is now that the government is mulling to form a new law to facilitate sale of interstate agriculture produce, and this it is going to do under Article 307, which says that the Parliament may by law appoint such an authority if it considers appropriate for carrying out for the purposes of Article 301, 302, 303 and 304, which deal with interstate trade and commerce, and confer upon such an authority appointed such powers and such duties that is things necessary for freedom of trade and commerce in India, as well as the reasonable restrictions. So, Government of India coming up with a new law for interstate agriculture produce, sale of produce, so that the farmers have a wider market and also with the aim of doubling the farmers' income. So these were the most important topics of the day, which will help you to prepare for your coming up prelims examination of 2025. I hope these few points were helpful to you all. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment in the end of the video, and I shall see you tomorrow. Until then, it's happy learning.